Okay, just clap for me again. Just clap.
I just turned on the
approach against radicalization to violent extremism. The Deputy Speaker, sir, to the Kogi State House of Assembly, the Secretary to the Kogi State Government, the Honorable Commissioner for Youth and Sport, the Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, State Secretary Advisor to Kogi State Government, Special Advisor to the Governor of Sustainable Development, Local Government Chairman from Madabi, Oke, Igalamela, Ampa, Lokoja, and Kogi local government. Monarchs and traditional leaders who are present, security agencies, the Country Director, Action Aid Nigeria, PIPSIT Board, youth groups, project beneficiaries, gentlemen and ladies of the press. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the official closeout of the SARVE project, which was launched in April 2019. I recall some of us were part of this journey with the aim to reduce the vulnerability of the at-risk young men and women, strengthen systems and structures in the community, and create an enabling environment towards reducing youth restiveness to prevent violent extremism. It has been an exciting journey with great milestones achieved. This has been possible with the support of Kogi State Government, who demonstrated their commitments towards the successful implementation of the project. Notable among the successes is the operationalization and setting up of the Kogi State Youth Development Commission Board. My special thanks goes to the Commissioner for Youth and Sport, Honorable Idris Musa, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Sustainable Development Goal, Honorable Nasir Ohiani, and the local government chairman from the 6 project communities for always being available for the smooth implementation of the project. Special thanks to the board of PIPSIT, Participation Initiative for Behavioral Change in Development, my colleagues, and Action Aid colleagues, community members, and youth groups. It's on this note that I charge every one of us up to sit calm, chest out, chin up, for this great occasion as we showcase our successes and milestones achieved, as well as recommendation to sustain the project. Once again, I welcome you. Thank you.
A round of applause. She says we should walk chin up, chest out, as we showcase our successes today. Quickly, we'll move along. Like we promised you, we don't want to keep you here too long. I would like to welcome on board right now the Country Director of Action Aid Nigeria, NLB, by no lesser person than my own supervisor, the Director of Organizational Effectiveness, Mrs. Fumilayo Oyefusi. If you know her, you love her. So please clap for her as she comes on stage today to give us the opening remarks. Welcome. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, the honorables in the House. Permit me to stand on the existing protocols. I bring you greetings from Action Aid and from the Country Director of Action Aid Nigeria. As you know, we have been in partnership with PIPSIT in the last 6 years, leading the implementation of the system and structure strengthening approach against radicalization to violent extremism. And that's for SARVE 1 and 2. The project was aimed at building community resilience against violent extremism in Kogi State with funding support from Global Community Engagement and Resilience Fund. Today, we are excited to celebrate the project's achievement as well as share useful learnings that can be utilized for similar initiatives in the future. In April 2019, Actually continue to build on the success achieved during the implementation of the SARVE project in Kogi State, with expansion to 12 communities across 6 local government areas in Kogi State: Igalamela, Odulu, Anka, Adavi, Okehi, Lokoja, and Kogi. The SARVE project focused on identifying and digging deep into the fundamental causes of the types of violence that exist in the host communities and created opportunities for real-time community-led solutions to prevent and address locally stimulated conflicts and restiveness. Benefiting communities in Kogi were also supported against injustice and inequalities through a series of activities targeted at building tolerance, strengthening community agencies where violent extremists exploit weak governance, and providing positive socioeconomic alternatives skills compared to what violent extremists claim to offer. The project utilized thoughtful engagement of young people and youth networks, and I'm sure a lot of people would reckon with that, to achieve the de-radicalization and peace, bearing in mind the they could play in enhancing peace-building initiatives. Hence, in the 33-month lifespan of the project, we have been able to reach 600 young women, 505 young men, 600 men, 505 women, and 509 adult women with valuable life and economic empowerment skills, reducing the vulnerability to violent extremism. And we also built the capacity of 120 mid and higher level media professionals on conflict-sensitive reportage, feminist journalism, and peace building. 15 women and 45 men were trained from the police force to respond to rising issues of violent extremism through the fundamental human rights-based approach. While we work closely with existing community policing structures, we also established 12 conflict management alliance structures in 12 local government areas in Kogi and Nasarawa states to prevent conflicts from escalating in the communities. SARVE project has achieved some milestones at the institutional levels with the enactment of Kogi Youth Development Commission law, designed for the inclusion and engagement of youths in government and increased employment opportunities as part of efforts towards reducing the vulnerability of youths to violent extremism. In line with Action in Nigeria's dedication to fighting poverty and injustice, which hinders development, the project supported and pursued the domestication of the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2250 that borders on youth, peace, and security in Kogi State. The document fits perfectly into the framework of action for accelerating peace building and security in the state, while ensuring that the impact of previous conflicts among vulnerable groups and communities are mitigated. Action in Nigeria has been working in Nigeria since 1999 in various areas, including resilience building, because we believe that poverty is man-made, and our motivation is to see a Nigeria where every person enjoys the right to a life of dignity. Globally, Action works in 46 countries, which originally started with one man, a British businessman, with the intention of supporting the education of 88 children living in poverty in India and Kenya in 1972. And today, we're in 46 countries of the world. 22 out of those countries are in Africa. On behalf of the board and management of Action in Nigeria, I genuinely appreciate the consistent support of the Kogi State government and other relevant stakeholders for their continued support and collaboration in our quest to prevent and end violent extremism in Nigeria. My special appreciation goes to the Honorable Deputy Speaker, because he has become a friend of the House, the Commissioner for Youth, Sports and Culture, they are seated here, the Secretary to the State Government, and more importantly, His Excellency, Governor Yaya Bello. Special thanks to the Global Community Engagement Resilience Fund for their funding support, which sustained discussions that ensure the smooth implementation of the project. Importantly, we celebrate our brave communities, the girls, the women, the youths, for their resilience and commitment throughout the life cycle of the project. Achieving sustainable peace in Kogi State is possible, and it begins with all of us here. On this note, I wish us a most rewarding engagement as we celebrate our successes and take forward the learnings. Thank you very much.
If I say Kogi State, we stay together for peace. Kogi State. Kogi State. One of the uniqueness of the SARVE project is as well as partnerships to ensure we achieve our success that we're sharing today. And I would like to bring on stage talking about our successes, our donors, GSA, Yetunde Adegoke. She is the country manager for GSA. GSA stands for Global Community Engagement Resilience Fund. They make all this possible. And so she will be joining us virtually to share a goodwill message.
Go ahead.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. To His Excellency, the Governor of Kogi State, and all other dignitaries present, please permit me to stand on existing protocol. I'm delighted to be here with you this morning, albeit online. I wish I could have been there in person. And I would just like to highlight just some of the impressive achievements you have all made in partnership with ActionAid and PIB-CID in these last 6 years with GSERF funding support to the SARVE 1 and SARVE 2 programs in the state. I think probably the flagship achievement may have been the Youth Development Commission Bill, which was passed first in Kogi amongst our states, and the follow-up that has been provided by ActionAid and PIB-CID in training and holding a retreat for the inaugurated commission board. So I want to congratulate the state on this achievement. It's very impressive, and this example has been shared far and wide with other states in the country. GSERF has 4 main leverage points that it supports its partners to achieve. So we look at those that are most vulnerable to recruitment for violent extremism. And we try to provide 4 things. 1, sense of purpose. 2, community agency. 3, social cohesion. And 4, equal access to economic and social opportunities. We, in the sense of purpose, we have actually worked together with within the human rights framework to look at courses in intercultural and religious learning, entrepreneurship, and in the prevention of violent extremism. And this has been done with, in conjunction with the Ministries of Youth and Sports, with the Women's Affairs, the National Orientation Agency, and the Youth Council of Nigeria, all participated together to work with different clusters for skill development, and basically showing or with the results that 82% of those that participated in the various activities we did showed that they had developed knowledge and subsequently used that knowledge afterwards. So that sense of purpose has been achieved very well in the state. The community agency, ActionAid and PIB-CID have worked with, they've held local conflict management alliances, LOCMA, and also state conflict management alliances, SCOMA. And here we basically worked with men and women to take part in fast-tracking conflict prevention and response through intelligence gathering, referrals and tracking. And the link between local government and the states meant that we could actually strengthen the referral pathways and hence the communities and the carts through these platforms. So the communities therefore have become very empowered and very active in bringing up their issues to the state level and then dealing with them at the local government level. In terms of social cohesion, we have seen a multi-pronged approach to the activities undertaken in the state. This included phone-in radio programs with the hashtag Together for Peace. Undertook social media, various social media trends and influencing around the whole issue around prevention of violent extremism. There have been peace summits held, there have been peace walks, and there's also been cultural peace fiestas. And all these have contributed to influencing and strengthening the social cohesion within the state. We've also seen how through those different efforts that the establishment of cooperatives. So the cooperatives of men, youth, women across the states have been shown to be empowering on different levels. They've built skill sets, they're sustainable and been shown to continue after the interventions. And so we're really hoping that this will indeed provide equal access to economic and social opportunities and will ensure that the vulnerability for recruitment to violent extremism is not is dampened and is reduced by these type of activities. We're also hoping, of course, that we're relatively small when it comes to funding, and we've been able to cover quite a number of the LGAs, but in order for it to be statewide, we look always to government to take up these initiatives and scale them up. But even at the level that the achievements are, we have already started to share some of these gains with others in other states, in other locations. And we have seen that the lessons learned in Kogi State are already being taken up at the national level. The impressive outcomes that have been achieved have been very much a topic of conversation, with the idea that these things can be scaled up to other locations, and hopefully that the state, even though we are now moving from the north central to the northwest, that through our communities of practice, we would still be able to follow the progress that is being made around these various activities, and follow, hopefully, also the sustainability of these activities in the states. So although we are not actively funding activities now in the States, we still hope very much to be able to showcase your achievements to other locations, to other states, and to the federal level as well. And so I, at this point, want to wish you successful deliberations for this closing ceremony, and congratulate you all once again on a wonderful 6 years of achievements, and showing very strong, sustainable, demonstrable, replicable models of what can be achieved around prevention of violent extremism. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was Yetunde Adegoke. With Right Honorable Ahmed Mohammed, Deputy Speaker, Kogi State House of Assembly. He has been a friend of the house, like we said. Please let's welcome him on stage to come and give us a goodwill message. We can do better, please. It's very instrumental to the establishment of the Kogi Youth Development Commission, one of the stability blocks of the SARVE project. Welcome, sir.
The Honorable Commissioner for Youth and Sports, Kogi State, Honorable Idris Danjuma, the representative of the State Security Advisor, the representative of the Country Director Action Aid, security agencies here present, the Chairman, Kogi Youth Commission, my eminent, our royal fathers here present, youth groups, press corps, and other important dignitaries here present. Permit me to stand on the well-established protocol. Good morning to you all. Today, I am proud to say Action Aid and PIPSAID are extremely wonderful to the people of Kogi State, North Central and other states in Nigeria, and beyond, with the rollout of several projects, plans, and activities aimed to reducing poverty in our rural communities and the success achieved so far. You have built, mentored, and assisted several community projects, youth, women in several communities, and in Kogi State, in my own local government too. You have done so wonderful. I thank you. As a state legislator, we shall continue to make laws that will support Action Aid and DC in Kogi State. We have a young and dynamic governor that believes in development, that believes in the youth, and that will also continue to support initiatives that will reduce youth restlessness, criminality, and other social vices in Kogi State. We are very, very proud of you people once more, and we will continue to support you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Kogi State. We'll move along now to more Google messages, and I would like to bring on stage Honorable Idris Musa, who is the Honorable Commissioner for Youth and Sport Development, Kogi State. Sir, please, a round of applause for him as he comes on stage.
We give God Almighty Allah the glory for make it possible for all of us to gather here at this very moment. The Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Honorable Ahmed Mohammed, the representative of the Country Director, Action Aid, the Executive Director of PIPSIT, Lima Vaida, Chairman, Kogi Youth Commission, our royal fathers, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to continue from here on the already existing protocol. I want to say good morning to every one of us. I'm very happy to be here at this moment to close rank with the Action Aid and PIPSIT for the program to end this particular program of the year. I want to first of all appreciate them because over years in Nigeria, we have so many NGOs that are claimed to moving around from one place to another for sensitization of the development of Nigeria, but the Action Aid is unprecedented. We have been witnessing, since I assumed office, since 2020, January, I have been attending their program one place to another, even in my own local government. The achievement is too numerous to be mentioned. In the areas of youth development, in the areas of sensitization to our young ones to live their life accordingly, and that today they are always fighting against extremism, so on and so forth. And we thank God that method and the way they are approaching in Kogi State is yielding results everywhere you go. Most especially the local government they have captured so far. And I want to send the country director back to their main house as they are coming back again, they should shoot Kogi State again as one of their area of priority. And also to increase the numbers of local government to be participating in that program. I really enjoy what people are doing. I pray to Almighty Allah, those who, the mediators, they are doing very well. They are not the type that take it there and they divert it. They are very, very strict in whatever they are doing. We can see that. Very, very strict type of human being. You know why? Sometimes ago, I said, Halima, can't you even give me something? He said, no, I'm not in their curriculum. I'm not captured in their own. Can you see, when they were sharing machines and others, I said, give me one. He said, no, I'm not captured. It's only for the, if that other sector organizations, they can say, because of the commissioner for youth and sport, they will now corner one for me. One and leave the other. Because of their, in fact, I pray to Almighty Allah to protect them as they are coming back again to increase from where they are. May Allah give them ability to do more to the next level. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. All right. We cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future. To capture the voice of youth this morning, I would like to invite on stage for a good message, Honorable Lawal Oziomata, the chairman, Kogi Youth Development Commission, to give us a good message. A round of applause, please.
Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Ahmed Mohammed, Honorable Commissioner Youth and Sport. I would like to call him by the slogan, Malam Wando. The country director will be represented by our own mommy, Mrs. Fumi, and then other relative presence here. Especially, I want to acknowledge the presence of our own brother, the man or the young man who started what we have to do in Kogi State, the convener of the Youth Advocacy Cluster in passing of Comrade Aminu. Today, I'm happy to stand here before you as a pioneer chairman of the State Youth Development. All I want to do here is to appreciate those who have contributed in one way or the other to make this happen. Special appreciation goes to the Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Honorable Ahmed. Thank you very much. We are grateful for what you have done for us. Also, my appreciation goes to Convener team and advocacy cluster, other bodies that contributed to the establishment of this commission. I must confess that Action Aid is exceptional. Action Aid is not just like every other non-governmental organization. I've been hearing that name so long before the establishment of this commission. When we came on board in July, immediately they took us to Nasarawa, we had the capacity to build our capacity. And since then, it has been a success story And I said it in Nasarawa. I said, what Action Aid is doing to me is strange, because we have many NGOs and they have done a lot, especially campaign against youth violence and youth extremism. This has helped Kogi State to be one of the states, or if not the leading state in Nigeria, that has a reduced rate of youth involved in violent extremism. And this we can credit to the Action Aid Nigeria. Thank you very much for what you have done for us. And I want to tell you that what the Youth Development Commission, which you contributed immensely in bringing on board, is not resting. We are doing all our best to make sure that anywhere in Kogi State, there will be no reason for youth to be involved in violence or any other act that can reach the peace we are enjoying in Kogi State. Once again, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Please, a round of applause for Ozamata. Please, sir, you need to come back. Ozamata, please. Thank you so much. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, still in the spirit of support for the Youth Development Commission, one promise that Action Aid made to Right Honorable Ahmed when we were making our support to this was that we're not going to leave the commission and they were going to see the commission stand. We didn't have the capacity to set up the commission because it's a commission that was set up by law, and so the state needed to take the lead. But we have promised that when the commission is set up, should it be set up, that we will ensure we give all the necessary support. And in keeping to that promise, like Ozamata mentioned, we had the unbundling of the board members, where the faculty that actually has, as led by the director OE, Organizational Effectiveness, had gone through a very thorough capacity building session for the board members, all of them. And one of the outcomes of that is the setting up. They said if you don't have a vision, you'll move anyhow, of coming up with their profile. In this profile, the commission has already, by the board members, they already come up with their mission statement, their vision statement, their values, their goals, and what they set to do. A very lovely document, all carrying everything. The background, you have the background, you have who they are, you say who we are, who the commission are, their vision, their mission, very colorful. And then the key thematic areas they want to focus on, all captured here. And then their values, also captured here. So, and then this is the group photograph of all the members. So this is their profile. And we feel that there is no best time for an unofficial handing over of this so that they can start circulating it. And also to support the work they are doing, like my director mentioned, Action Aid has also gone ahead to domesticate the Resolution 2250 that borders on youth, peace, and security, an action plan for 4 years that the state can use to harness and harmonize and coordinate all youth interventions in the state. And this, again, we feel will suit very well with this commission for fundraising and fund drive that they could use to support the state. And on this note, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's important and good that we call on the Honorable, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, who, as the then Deputy Majority Leader, sponsored this bill to come do the official handing over. And it will be good that he's supported by the Mother Ministry, the Ministry of Youth and Sport, the Commissioner, Action Aid Country Director, as presented by the Director OE, who herself saw these people through development of this document. And giving honor to whom honor is due, it is important that the cluster coordinator is also present here. This young man actually drafted the first document that gave birth to this bill. And I'm talking of Okutepa Aminu. Please, Aminu, come on stage as we officially hand over this profile and unveil the Kogi State Youth Action Plan on youth peace and security. Thank you very much, Mr. Hani. Thank you for keeping to your words. Shows that Action Aid is a reliable NGO that believes in the development and the growth. Believes in the development and the growth of Kogi states in good faith. We all pray for the growth of the Kogi State Development Commission. We had a very thoughtful, purposeful dream about the youth of the state. When my brother, Comrade Aminu, came up with this idea, I was one of the least person that he meets. And we took up the challenge with a lot of stumbling blocks, but we believe that since it's for the youth and the development of Kogi State, and with the leadership of Alhaji Ayadoza Bello, that believe in the youth and good initiatives, that we must succeed. And today, with the help and the support of Action Aid, the bill came through, and today we have the commission with his members. We give glory to God, and Action Aid is not leaving us alone. They are keeping to their promise. And today, this is a step forward to give us a blueprint, a plan for the commission to take the lead. Honorable Chairman, the ball is on your court. We believe you have the capacity to pilot this commission. That is why His Excellency gave you this appointment. Action Aid that has been with us, that has been following us, has shown their own contribution that they want you to succeed. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We'll go ahead with the unveiling of the 2250. So this is the domesticating UN Security Council Resolution 2250 in Kogi State, and the Youth Action Plan will run from 2021 to 2024.
I officially unveil the action plan to the glory of God. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. Please, a round of applause again. All right, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I want to once again appreciate the Deputy Speaker, Committee of Assembly, for making all this possible. Okay, on stage. Okay, yeah, so we'll just take the group photograph. So we'll call on the representative of the State Commandant DSS, the State Director of DSS, the representative of the Commissioner for Police, the representative of the State Commandant of the Civil Defense, the representative of Office of the State Security Advisor, the Permanent Secretary, SSG's Office, Executive Director, PIPSIT, State Program Officer, Nigeria Friday Ogezi. Please, can you just come up, representative of civil society organizations, a representative of the media, a representative of the media partner, please.
Mr. Mohammed, thank you.
Pastor Mohammed and the deputy convener of the Journalists Against Violent Extremism, Billy. Please, let's make it snappy.
We're working together.
Kogi State. Kogi State. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, on this note, ladies and gentlemen, we move straight to the second part of this program. The first was we have the launching of the YAP document, which has just been done, the handing over of the profile. And so we can excuse the Honorable Deputy Speaker having conducted his own part of the program. And so we'll move straight into the learning and the dissemination of the SARVE-2 project. And I assure you that in the next 30-45 minutes, we'll be out of here. We'll start with a short presentation on what we've achieved so far, and then we'll follow very closely with a video documentation on what we have achieved in the past 33 months. Because this presentation is with just the figures, and then we'll give a visual face to it, and after that, we'll take live testimonies for about 3 persons that are here, so you get to hear from the horse's mouth, even though they are not horses. Before we'll go into looking at some of the facts. So the journey so far for the SARVE-2 project. Now, SARVE is an acronym. SARVE is an acronym for System and Structure Strengthening Approach Against Recognition to Violent Extremism Project, which was implemented in Kogi and Nasarawa states. And this project centers around building community resilience. Centered around building community resilience. I want to talk about building community resilience. We're talking about how we will support communities to withstand issues of violent extremism. The project stands on 3 legs. The project stands on 3 legs. The first looks at how we can reduce the vulnerability of at-risk young men and women. This is because a baseline that we conducted showed very clearly, we had a baseline far back 2016, and it showed clearly that violent extremism in this part of the country, and in Kogi State in particular, is almost 90 to 95% perpetrated by the youth. And so, addressing drivers of violent extremism, we needed to reduce the probability of at-risk young men and women. So that is one aspect, the fourth aspect of the project. The second aspect is when you reduce the vulnerability of these young men and women, what structure will they be able to rest on that will sustain whatever we do? And so we went ahead to strengthen community structures, working very closely with community institutions. Why? Because community institutions are the primary bedrock through which you can reach these individuals. Because like the saying goes, that every crime committed in any part of the world takes place in a community, true or false. No matter where the crime is committed, there is a community where it happens. It doesn't happen in the space. So for there to be a Kogi State, there must be a community called Akini. For there to be a Kogi State, there must be a community called Kotonkarafi, true or false. It is the combination of these communities that gives you a local government, and then a state, and then a country, and then a nation. So we have to strengthen those community structures. And again, because community structures are also rooted by some legal support, we went ahead for a third leg that talks about strengthening or supporting structures at the state level to create an enabling environment that can prevent violent extremism. One of such enabling environments is what you just saw, the establishment of the support for the Kogi Development Commission. The second one is such documentation and the state action plan. This is for youth. We have done that for women. We have done that for women in the phase 1 of this project. And in the phase 2, we did the first midterm review for that document in the phase 2. So in the phase 1 of the SARVE project, we supported the domestication of UN Resolution 1325 that talks about women, peace, and security. And in this phase 2, we went ahead to do that for youth, which has just been unveiled and launched today. It's a document that, if well implemented, will be able to address and harness interventions that will develop youth, and by extension, reduce their vulnerability, reduce insecurity, reduce criminality, and give us a more focused youth that will take up the leadership challenge, leadership issues that we currently have and address them. Now, we also went a step further to see how we could support some structured institutions. And so we had trainings for the police, we had trainings for different community structures, we have strong training for journalists, all in a bid to create an environment that will prevent violent extremism. And this project happened in 2 states, like I mentioned, in Kogi and Nasarawa State. And we have, but because it has to be defined, we have to measure our impact for a location. Because what makes a project is that it has a definite location, it has a date, and it has a target beneficiary. We chose to work in 6 local governments in Kogi and Nasarawa, making a total of 12 local governments, but selected across the 3 senatorial districts of the state. And each of the senatorial districts have 2 local governments, and each local government has 2 communities. So in total, we worked in 2 states across 6 senatorial districts, 6 local governments, 12 local governments, and 24 communities. So in Kogi State, we work in 12 communities across 6 local governments within the 3 senatorial districts in the state. And the communities are all here present. We have Tajimi, we have Agbaja, we have Osanagada Aku, we have Osisi, we have Koto, we have Ite, we have we have Ujaka, we have Madu, just to mention a few of them. All this within this project. And within this period, what have we achieved? What are the tangible things that we say we achieved? Now, I will go ahead to give you some figures of some achievements that we have. In supporting our community structures, we established 24 peace clubs in our different schools, working very closely with the Ministry of Education. Under Subel, we established 24 peace clubs, 12 in Kogi State, established women's safe space in our communities, well articulated, with strong support from our women's rights unit. Action Aid is a feminist organization, and we have a very strong women's rights unit. With the support from that unit, we established this women's safe space, and we have this robust manual that the unit has developed, with which these women and today there are a lot of testimonies coming from those groups. We also have the girls safe space. Now you agree with me that for us to bridge the inequality or the gap that exists between the men and the women, there needs to be some level of capacity building. And with the work we are doing with the women, we felt that it's good that we start catching them young. And so we also introduced the girls safe space, where the young girls can begin to develop those leadership qualities, even from young. So we have the girls safe space established. We have what we call the community action and response team established in all our communities. These are structures that support in ensuring that early warning and early response are addressed in their communities. With good linkages with the civil defense and the police, they are able to bring about security in their communities. And most importantly, one of the drivers of violent extremism is perceived marginalization. They are also able to see how they can support their communities to get developed so that the youth will not feel marginalized and take to violent extremism. So the CAT performs two key functions: identifying early warning and early response, taking action, and supporting development in their communities by networking. And what we've done for them is that we've been able to network them with ministries and agencies of government and with security agencies so that they can then take it up from them. Why? Because one of Action Aid guiding principles and policy of project implementation is not giving people fish, but doing what? Teaching them how to fish. And how do we do this? Action Aid believes strongly that everybody has something inside of them. And so we say we bring out the power in you. And so what we do is to help you identify your strength and so help you bring it out and lead you to strive with it. That we'll be able to do with all the structures that we have set up. And because one of the luring items that the violent extremists use in luring our youth is capitalizing on their idleness and their poverty level. We've also been able to address the issues where we engage our youth on livelihood. Here in Kogi State, we train and equip 750 youth. These youth were trained. We got starter packs for them, rented shops for them, and paid for 1 year rentage for those shops, believing that before the expiration of that rent, that they will be able to take it up from there. Next slide. We have also been able to support the training of security. Like I said, we trained 60 police officers on this project, 30 from Kogi, 30 from Nasarawa, on how they could work more effectively at the community policing unit. This we also carried out. We also been able to support journalists. We've trained over 99 journalists, over 30 of them from Kogi State here that were trained on this project. And we've also been able to train and engage over 58,000 women in the course of this project. Ladies and gentlemen, please permit me assembly, I may recognize the arrival of the Ozimige of photography who has come to grace this occasion. Please, a round of applause for him. That is one royal father that has supported the work that we do. I talked about strengthening community structures. The presence of the immigrant in this meeting shows you how closely this project has worked with the community structures. Because if you are able to address some of the grievances at the community level, to a large extent, you'll be able to address some of the drivers of violent extremism. And cryptography happened to be one of our success stories, in the course of this project, on how youth can be supported and can be organized to ensure that they are able to address issues of violent extremism. I mentioned the fact that we'll be able to engage with women. We established 6 local conflict management alliance and also a state government alliance that currently sits under the office of the secretary to the state government. And we are happy to have the permanent secretary of the SSG's office, who is the convener of that state conflict management alliance. And I'm also happy to say that Kogi State is one of the first states that is currently considering institutionalizing this state conflict management alliance as a result of what we have seen. And the state secretary of the state government is currently taking lead in ensuring that this conflict alliance does not die at the end of this project. We've also been able to support the training of 30 women who were coordinated by the Ministry of Women Affairs on the implementation of the state action plan. Like I said, the SARVE 1, it developed the document. Now SARVE 2 supported the training for the implementation of that document. We hope if we have an opportunity to come back to Kogi State, we also see how we also work with the Youth Development Commission on the implementation of the Youth Action Plan, as we have also done for the women. Now, having said all this, what are the feedbacks from the community? Now, recently, 2 months ago, an independent evaluator was engaged by Action Aid, because what we do in our work is we try not to score ourselves. We try not to, you can't write an exam and mark yourself. Also, you can you write an exam and mark yourself? So in order for us to get the true picture of what has happened in the past, or in the past 33 months, we engaged an independent external evaluator. And they came up with some results that we are happy to share with you. One of the results that came is that 97% of young men and women and 98% of adults of young indicated that since the start of the project, their community have witnessed strong peace. This is from the evaluator, and this result was shared with me just last night, so I've not had time to doctor it. And it will be made public, it will be online for people to also see how we did it. We also heard that from the women's safe space, 70.7% of the women and 79.1% of the young girls were able to report that the women's safe space has been able to strengthen their capacity. We have stories of girls not being able to speak out, when they are being harassed. We have stories of women now being able to solve for livelihood and able to support their husband. A woman in Nasarawa State said, through the safe space, she's been able to gather money to start a business, and today she even told her husband to leave the last child to her, that she'll be responsible for the school fees of the last child. Any man that hears that will have some level of relief, true of us, and quarrel in the heart will reduce. For a woman to say, leave the last child, and she said she was able to get her support through the women's safe space and advice and relationship with other women. We've also been able to see that 71.9 young men and 73 young adults have also been able to say that their community leaders are now beginning to have closer network and relationship with their local government authorities. Some of the communities said that before now, they don't have close relationship with commissioners. But today, through our engagements, commissioners commissioners are no longer looking so far from the people. They now have this constant, like today, the commissioner for youth was here. Before now, there are some people in communities that will never have a opportunity of meeting their commissioners one-on-one till the expiration. But through the project, our people in the community are saying they've been able to have a closer relationship with their local authority and with state officials. We also have people reporting 77% of on the behavioral change, about 97% of our youth are able to say that their attitude towards violent extremism have changed. Now, people are beginning to find alternative means of resolving conflict and violence. People are beginning to find ways that they could peacefully reconcile disputes. Because, like I always say, can we live without disputes? Can we live without disagreement? We must disagree. But how can we disagree to agree amicably without shooting, killing somebody? Hello? So now communities, the people that they interviewed, said they are not able, they've developed attitudes that are able to change the narrative. And in terms of participation and how the project has affected their behavior, we have 93%, 94% of young men and women, 96% and 100% of adult men and women who have said that the project has affected them positively and have changed their perception and their behavior. Like we always say, one of the key drivers of conflict is perception. Hello? The way you see a thing is definitely different from the way the other person sees it. And until both of you are able to convince each other, disagreement is inevitable. So until perceptions change over issues, violence becomes inevitable. So people are now beginning to see how they could address their perception and change their perception such that it doesn't go violent. Now, what are the commendations that we have? Just like Halima mentioned in our opening, our welcome remark, this project has been able to survive because we had key backings of policymakers. Like what they say, if when we came in April 2019, the government say, Action Aid, you are banned from working in the state. Can we work? So we had strong government support, most especially from the Ministries of Youth and Sport, from the Ministries of Women Affairs, from the Office of the Special Advisor to the Governor on SDGs, from the Office of the State Security Advisor, among other state actors. I want to say a big thank you and we commend your leadership and for accepting this project. You know, discover that almost every activity we do, we are either collaborating with one ministry or the other. The training we have for the police, if the Commissioner of Police did not approve, will it have heard? No. And so all these state actors supported us very strongly. However, even if the state has given us all the support, if the community leaders have not given us the go-ahead, we will also have not succeeded. And so, with the highest traditional ruler here present, the Omidike of the therapy, we also commend the leadership and the support of all our community leaders, our religious leaders, our community men and women, the youth, for accepting and supporting this project from all our 12 communities in Kogi State. We say a big thank you for the results that you made us achieve, because you are the reason we are celebrating today. If you didn't accept, or you didn't share your successes, or you didn't open up your mind for change of perception or change of behavior, we would not have been rejoicing or celebrating what we are celebrating today. We also want to commend and pray that the Youth Development Commission, which has been set up, we want to first commend the pioneer board members as led by Lawal. His humility is taking him far. You know, his humility is taking him far. And like we have said, we will keep supporting every way possible. because we have people that are ready for change. And so when you have such, you will be humble to do more. So we commend them, we commend their humility, we commend their support, and we commend their doggedness. However, having said this, we have just 3 key recommendations. 3 key recommendations. And one is that we have recorded a lot of success in the communities. And like you all know, the Holy Book says there is a time to be born and a time to die. What makes a project is that it must have a start date and have an end date. We started 1st of April 2019, and then we are closing 31st of December 2021. Today's ceremony will officially mark the ceremonial closing of this project, but we don't want the impact in the community to close. So we are recommending to our traditional rulers, and our traditional leaders, our religious leaders, to please help us in sustaining the result that we achieved in the community. That's our first recommendation. That the results of our interventions be sustained in the communities. Secondly, we appeal to government. What we have done is just a tip. Kogi State has over 1,000 communities. We worked in only 12. Kogi State has over 1.8 million youths. We empowered only 750. Kogi State has about 21 local government. We worked in only 6 local government. We are appealing to the government to scale up some of these initiatives. We are willing and ready to give the blueprints, just like we've been able to develop some of these documents. We can support with the blueprint on what we did. Like I told them in Nasarawa State, we spent, for equipping the youth, we spent less than 30 million to equip 750 youth. It's not magic. It is science, plus and minus. Like my brother would say, it's mathematics. We spent less than 30 million to equip them. Holistically, plus the training and everything, we spent less than 60 million to carry out the component of the youth initiative. This is something that can be spent on parties. But 750 youth have been empowered. So we have the blueprint that we can support, and we recommend that the state government replicate and scale up this intervention. And finally, we also appeal to our beneficiaries, the youth, the women, that they should not let these interventions die. What we celebrate, we don't. This project does not celebrate buildings. It does not celebrate constructed roads. It does not celebrate constructed life skill centers. But we celebrate the individuals. Hello, we celebrate who? The individuals. So if we come in a year's time, will we see the tailoring shop still functional? Not that the shop is there with the signboard, but are we going to meet people working there? The women, cassava processing, rice milling, maize milling, will we meet these machines working in the next 1 year? These are our recommendations that we wish to see this thing working. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, we want to play a short video to hear from people. We'll take about 3 people that will tell you their own life story, people that you can relate with, that will tell you their own success story. And then on top of the table, we have this document, a compendium of impact story. We have documented here some of the testimonies of our beneficiaries. Their pictures are there, their names are there, their communities are there. You can relate, you can verify, you can validate this information we are giving you. One of the things that has kept us going, like the Commissioner for Youth said, is our transparency and accountability. These things are not, they are not fiction. They are true life documentation. So we have it on all tables. You are expected to have one of these. Is the video up? We're going to have one of these. If you don't have it, please beckon on us with it. will give you for you to go with and to share. It's a compendium of our impact stories from people that we have engaged with. A short video, this video too that you'll be watching is also uploaded on YouTube. You can also see it there, you can download it there, and you see some of the things that we have done. All right.
Actually teach us how to make peace and how to love one another in the community. Even the person that we call enemy, how to mingle with them and do something in common so that the problem will not occur.
The system and structure strengthening approach against radicalization to violent extremism project, SARVE, was birthed in August 2016, following Action Aid Nigeria's ambition to address the intrinsic restive violence spilling across the host communities.
This project was actually centered on addressing those key drivers of violent extremism, such as unemployment, that give birth to idleness. Then we have the women who most often are the most vulnerable when it comes to those attacks. So we also try to tell them to strengthen the capacity of the women and build their resilience. Then we have the issue of perceived marginalization. Some persons just feel that they are not being heard, they are not being given opportunity. And so we have some of these, drivers of anti-extremism very, very strong in these two states and some other parts of the country.
This second case in particular witnessed tremendous success. One of which is the passage of the registered youth information into perfectly coming at a time when we really need to harness our gain from the first phase of the project to this level.
The parts were able to, on their own, do what they call local community dialogues, resolving conflict that would have escalated, and for all that is key.
Most of the communities where we have these cards who are trained in leadership, in how they can identify conflicts and be able to do some engagement mostly in place. They foresee and extract the issues that will affect them. They put in place a prepared system, and we can see that they are able to take action and respond immediately.
When we notice that there are about to be problems or clashes within the community, we want the parties concerned to settle them so that there will be no problem within the community.
When COVID-19 struck and sparked a shadow pandemic of heightened cases of gender-based violence across the globe with depressing impacts on women and girls, SARVE-2 project leveraged on structures such as the Women and Girls Safe Spaces.
This particular project was able to put in place strategies that enable women and girls to mobilize themselves against the scorching challenge of sexual and gender-based violence. Now we see girls who were part of these safe spaces coming out as head girls in their schools. We saw women who are taking leadership positions in the community. This is very exciting.
Safe space provides women and girls a lot of things, and where they can share their challenges.
I see the learnings, I see the commitment and the passion in the young people that we've engaged with over 3 years. For some of these young people, there is nothing like this that could have ever happened to them, if not for the SARVE project.
They are picking lessons that is influencing their behavioral change. And most of them, we believe, will go to their community, the peace ambassadors, not engage in violent extremism, and also have a skill that they can use to make money.
Actually, we have done a lot. We have built structures and systems within the community. We've strengthened the ones we met, and we've built new ones. And we hope that this will continue to engage young people in the community generally around
preventing violence and extremism within the communities.
The SARVE project works with journalists, and here is why. Whoever tells the story wields the power. Stories can show peace or trigger conflicts. Journalists often determine which stories are told and how they are told. And this is why the project works with journalists in the project states.
We've been able to work with a lot of stakeholders, ranging from Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development. We also work with Commissioner for Youth and Sports. We work with SDG. We work with the Office of the SSG. We work with media.
So you see what are the SARVE project is a project that operated what we call the bottom-top approach. From the grassroots community, about 24 communities, to the local government level, where we had the establishment of the local government conflict management alliance in Bukuma, and then to the state level, where we have established what we call the state government alliance, the scope that we work with at the state level, and then up to the national level, where we're currently collaborating with Office of National Security Advisor on the prevention of criticism.
We're very fortunate that we work with a very committed, dedicated team who understand the communities, who work very collaboratively, and who focus on advocacy and communication. So they're bringing everyone along with them, and they're in the communities that really need support, and they're able to work with the people who need the support most and leave behind structures that will continue to support these communities.
Successes achieved through the SARVE project, there is room for more. Action Aid Nigeria believes that the replication and adoption of some of the structures set up and mechanisms utilized during the project implementation can be replicated in other states across Nigeria to achieve similar positive results and create a peaceful nation where development can thrive.
Please, you can do better. You can do better. Everyone in this hall contributed to of today's meeting, and we want to say thank you again. At this point, we would like to continue the testimonies, and we'd like to bring on stage community members. I would like to start with Audu Paul. Audu Paul is a member of the Community Action Response Team CAT. He's from Abache community. He'll come here and tell us more on what we did with the CAT and how the CAT has transformed conflict mitigation in his community. Please, a round of applause for him as he comes on stage.
Good afternoon. I'm very, very happy to be here. So, a testimony presented by the Action Aid group of Abache community in Abache State. Okay, I was on this occasion to thank Almighty God give us the opportunity to be here today. May the Lord Almighty bless you abundantly in Jesus' name. Sorry. Okay, this Action Aid. Okay, the achievement of this Action Aid. Since this Action Aid come to our community, our youth, they always be moving down, up and down. But since this Action Aid come to our side, they bring peace to our community. And this Action Aid even arrange our boys, carry them down to this local yard, teach them how to behave, how to live their function. They used to even be our woman in our community. Since before they didn't have a meeting, but since this Action Aid come to our side, they started to meeting together, settle themselves. Even our chief in our own area now, they just did it, they relaxed because no problem since this Action Aid come to our side. And we thank God, since this Action Aid come to our side, they gather our boys, they teach them, they put them to apprentice to learn how to to do the handworking so that there's no moving up and down anyhow. And they do that thing, they actually provide all the material to them. And when they provide to them, if you come to our village now, you will see even the village around us, they start to jealous us and say, whose corporate is that? Bringing all these things, do all these things to them. Hi, this are better than do this thing. They start to challenge. That's okay. This actually is good. But our prayer is that this actually we pray so that they should have long life. All these people that they are with us with all this paper, I don't know how to even explain it. It is actually bad. The material they give us is a quality one. It's a quality material. And I pray that students will go and take care of that material. The thing they give us, even this, I have to give thanks to this, our Auntie Alimo and this Friday and the rest. The way they teach us, we can't in our community, even within the flying, you see how problems go down, up and down, up and down, up and down. But see, no problem. We and Fulani will stay together as if we be the same family. So we thank God. This is something we pray that this. Thank you. So much. Long life to this. Actually, God bless you.
A round of applause, please. It is not easy. I recall the baseline from SARVE 1 and how when we met in the communities and how there was constant conflicts. But thank God today is a different story. I would like to call now Mrs. Mataga from OCC. Mrs. Mataga from OCC to share a story from a women's perspective. You know, when conflict happens, women bear the brunt often because they have to deal with the aftermath of conflict. So please, a round of applause for her as she comes on stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to be part of this project. My name is Faith Omeneke Mataga. I'm from Adabi local government, OCC community. Thanks to Action Aid for all they have done for us. First of all, they picked me, so that is my success story. I was a secondary school leaver when I joined Action Aid. But glory be to God, when they came into my community, I even don't know what they are up to. But at the end of the day, I was trained. I was like in the women safe space. I was told that I can be what I want to be. Then I had that belief that by the grace of God, I shall take to it. It's from there I pick up. I went to school. Thanks to God, I'm a teacher now. So many things that I cannot say here, but I just wish that God bless them more. And for other communities that are not yet benefiting, they shall benefit also, so that they will test to the glory of God from action. So I'm part of the Women's Livelihood Project support. They built a factory for us, that is cassava processing machine was brought for us. And as I'm speaking right now, everything has been taken care of. We started using the machine. Before, I don't even know how to make gari. All I do is to buy. But now I can do it. I can sell. I help my family also. And there are other things that I'm not able to do, but right away I can do them thanks to Action Aid. And for the CAT, I'm also a member of CAT, the Community Action and Response Team. So we also take to that as the training that were given to us to have them a quick notice, that is how to detect early warning signs on violence. So training, and at the end of the day, we'll be able to exercise that on so many areas. So when there are about to be conflicts anywhere, we have members. So we call ourselves together and move as a team. From there, we go to the community leader and the case is settled. So from then until this time, there are so many that I cannot say. I just wish there is time. So I thank them. God bless them. Action Aid Pipsy lives in Jesus' name.
All right, so as we all know, SARVE started from 2016, right? We did SARVE 1, and in this hall, we also closed SARVE 1 and started SARVE 2. Now, to show the connectivity and sustainability between SARVE 1 and SARVE 2, I have here with me one of the communities from SARVE 1. I have here Benjamin Ayaga, who was one of the beneficiaries from SARVE 1, who also worked on SARVE 2. He was part of those that He's here to show us his products from 2016. That means that there is sustainability and sustainability is possible. So I'll let him speak to us. Benjamin.
Good morning to you all. First of all, I want to introduce myself. I'm Aragadeza Bernard. I want to sincerely appreciate the Action Aid Nigeria, PIPC, to what they have done to our community in time past. And we are here with, not with words, but with action, showing the products we have from the bakery decided for us. The Action Aid Nigeria did not only do this, they gave us water. They repaired the existing one and gave us a new. They gave us a new one. So I want to use this medium to tell the Action Aid that OSARA as a community have continuity from the project they've done in SARVE 1, and we are acknowledging them that they have not only empowered us, but they have created a bridge between poverty and rich. So I want to use this medium to tell everyone sitting here, our Royal Highness and every other person, the dignitaries here, that if there is any way you need a product of this kind, we do cake, that we are here to serve you. We have commercialized this, so we are here to showcase our product and as well call on the representative of Action Aid Nigeria, the country director, that the country director and the coordinator of DIPSI should come and have a test of our product. The people say,
how much is this bread? Does it go for in the market?
Okay, this bread is 600 naira, specially made.
Specially made.
Yes.
And it is called
the OSARA Youth Bread.
OYB special bread. So OSARA Youth Bread. Whenever you go to the supermarket to buy bread and you see OYB bread, ensure you buy it. Okay? So director is buying one bread for 2,000 naira. So please, before you go today, encourage them by buying from them and showing us that sustainability is possible. Thank you so much. All right.
Okay. I'm extremely proud of this. I'm a lover of bread, and I don't just eat any type of bread. But when I was asked to taste it, I had a bit of reservation. But this bread is tasty, and it's very good. So I'm proud of this community. And that's why I'm buying one for 2,000 naira.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, actually. Thank you, Pipsi.
All right, thank you so much. Bernard, I want to congratulate you. I remember some time ago, he put a call through. He said he wants to pay advocacy visit to my office. I said, to come and do what? What do you want to tell me? I said, let that bakery, let that factory start working. The only thing that will make me to give you room to come and pay advocacy visit to me is that the factory is working, you're baking bread, and you're bringing it. Otherwise, don't come. He said, okay. So every time he calls me, he said, they're in the process. I said, do it. When he called me 2 days ago, right? He called me 2 days ago. closer. He said, no, it's because their factory have started working and they are baking. I said, very good. I said, so we are ready for you. There will be a slot for you. Bake your bread, come with your tea, come and showcase it. And I'm proud that today, OYB special bread is a reality. If it's not OYB, it is not OYB.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, the joy I have in implementing programs in the communities, implementing projects in the communities are the lives you see touched. When you hear these testimonies, when you see these life-changing actions, you have no option but to want to do more. And I always tell people that sometimes I'm paid salary for doing what I love to do. And so it gives you satisfaction, it gives you joy. Like my director said when he was talking about Action A started by the vision of just one person. It could be you in your community. That one person you can help. Yesterday, I read the story of a young boy who became best in mathematics in Lagos, who have lived almost all his life under the bridge as a conductor. He will do the conductor, he will read, he will go to school. And he came out as best in, I think, mathematics, chess, best. You know, so that little person you can help in your community, please go. And I actually had the opportunity of giving you that opportunity to support. We have what we call our community sponsorship program, where we bring a group of people together to contribute just 2,000 naira per month. You tell us where you want we have different thematic areas ranging from humanitarian, children education, that is school, health. We built health centers. We have about 6 of them in this state. We've built schools. We have different interventions. Youth empowerment, like you have seen now. If you want to be part of it, a token of a minimum of 2,000 monthly, and you'll be getting reports on a monthly basis of what your money is doing and where they are using it for. We have a unit that is 100% on that. If you are interested, you can see Peace, the photographer. Peace, can you wave? You can see Peace after now. She can take your information and then hand it over to the unit. They will follow up with you. It's not by force, it's voluntary. If you want to be part of this, to share in this lesson. I am convinced that I will not die young because women are praying for me in the communities.
Yes, talking about that, I'm sure here today we have some people already subscribed to that. Some of our media friends have done that. We have some stakeholders here as well who have subscribed to the community sponsorship initiative. But quickly, we would like to recognize the efforts of specific people who supported the implementation of the SARVE project in Kogi State. As you can see right there, we have some awards and Action Aid, like in our custom, we like to say thank you in a special way. And today, I would like to first of all invite on stage our royal father.
Before we do that, I think it's also important that we recognize the presence of the board chair of PIPSID. He came in after the recognition. We recognize you, sir, and we would love you to come to the stage to support our director, OE, who is presenting our country director, to hand over the gift to the Ohimige of photography.
All right, thank you so much. So we'll call on stage the director, OE Action Aid, the board chair for PIPSID, and our royal father to receive his award of appreciation.
It's a privilege and an honor to present to you, sir, in honor and with deep appreciation of the distinguished and unwavering support that he gave to the SARVE project. I present this award to His Royal Highness Alhaji Abdulrazak Issa Koto, the Ohimeke of Koto, California.
Thank you, sir. We would like to hear from our royal father before it goes back.
Like I said before, it encouragingly became part of the Action 8 project just by luck. And, through the intervention of Tasala Chibok, who visited my palace. And today, we as a community keyed into the project with all determination. And the benefit is what you listen to here today. Action 8 is a compendium of very resourceful personages. The project, the concept is so laudable that if you are not part of it, I think you regret. And I hate when I read this end of project. I think this should be the beginning of another project. And I want to make a special appeal to communities who have not benefited. It's very important that communities that have not benefited be touched. The impact you made to individuals and families and communities, and your town hall approach to issues is commendable. It's not about money, but it's about change. And if all drivers of this change can accept those changes, then we'll go along with it. We'll make community safer, and we'll preach love and live peacefully with one another. So it's an honor and privilege to be part of this Action 8 project. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. A round of applause for our royal father. Sir, before you go, we want you to help us present some awards to our community members. Quickly, representative of the communities, kindly come forward, OCC. Representative of OCC, please come forward quickly to the stage. Tajimi, Osawagada Atku, representatives, please. One person receive the award on behalf of your community. Kotonkav, we have Inata first. Inata. Inata first. Where's Inata? Can you raise your hand? Can you wave? We know you. Please come forward. Please come forward. Followed by Ukoa. Inata, please come forward. Come on stage. First, let's be snappy. Followed by Ukoa.
It's our greatest appreciation. We have a present Inata community in the K local government with this award in recognition for your participation, buy-in, and ownership of the system and structure, strengthening approach against radicalism to violent extremism. Congratulations.
Ukoa.
So this presentation is to COA committee in Okehi local government. With this award in recognition for your participation in buying and ownership of the system and structure strengthening approach against radicalism to violent extremism. Congratulations. OCC community in Adavi community. With this award in recognition of your participation in buying ownership of the strengthening approach against radicalism to violent extremism.
Tajimi. So I got Aku, please get ready. Bedumago, please get ready.
This is the Tajimi community in Lokoja Local. Congratulations.
So I got Aku, you're next. So I got Aku. Bedumago.
This is for Osaragada Aku community in Adami Local. Congratulations.
Kotoka. Bedumago.
This is for Domago community in the Galam, Mela, Odolo, Lokago.
Okay.
So it's a real privilege and honor to present this award to Kotonkafe community and Kogi local government. Congratulations.
Agbaja. Ujagba. Please, if you've not heard your comments, you can just come forward. Agbaja. Abache.
So this is for Baja community in Lokoja local government. This is for Abacha community in Ankara local government.
Abache. Jaga.
This is for Java community in Gamela local government.
It's it.
This is for Ete Akbasu community.
Last but not the least, Emekutu.
Emekutu community in Ankara local government.
Thank you so much, sir. A round of applause for our royal father for doing us the honor. Right now, we would like to move on to the MDAs, the government agencies, departments, and officers that supported the SARVE project.
All right, so we'll have the board chair of PIPC. We'll have the board chair of PIPC on behalf of the SARVE consortium. Appreciate some ministries and agencies that have supported our work these past years. Not that we didn't get support from others, but just to appreciate the office of the Kogi State Security Advisor. Please, a round of applause. This is a man that has been there from SARVE 1. When we had our first peace walk, he actually led the walk in 2017. Please put our hands together for representative of that office.
We appreciate your contribution and pray that this recognition thank you for all what you have done towards lifting the action work in your community. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we would like to recognize and appreciate Kogi State Ministry of Youth and Sports Development.
Thank you very much for this recognition. Action Aid is a global name, and Action Aid has succeeded in pasting an indelible imprint on the sand of time that even the generation yet unborn will come and testify the goodness of Action Aid. And the State Security Advisor Office will continue partnering with Action Aid in their future endeavors. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you. Kogi State Ministry of Youth and Sports. Any representative here?
Youth and Sports.
Representative of the Ministry of Youth and Sports. All right. The commissioner stepped out. Move on to the next one. Kogi State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development. Kogi State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development. All right, we move to the next one. Office of the Secretary to the Government of Kogi State. Thank you. A round of applause as it comes up to collect his award. You might be next, so please clap better. Clap better.
On behalf of Action Aid, we thank you for your committed and dedicated support and all this year that you are giving to Action Aid. Not only the Action Aid, but the Tipsy as well, who actually carry out. Thank you.
Actually, the SAG would have loved to be here in person, but because of the exigencies of the office, she couldn't make it. She has a very crucial meeting she's holding, and they asked me to represent her. On behalf of SAG, I wish to appreciate Action Aid and Tipsit for their noble role they have played in Kogi State. May God continue to bless you in your future endeavors. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Last but not the least, the list of government agencies, departments. We would like to recognize Office of the Special Advisor to Kogi State on SDGs. Thank you. A round of applause for the Office of the Special Advisor to Kogi State Governor on SDGs.
You are welcome. Thank you for all what you have been doing to support all the programs of Action Aid. Even though the GSAB is gone, it's ending today, but your support will still be, we are still on ground. If it is on ground, you will still give us your support. Thank you very much. All this year, what you have been doing, and we pray that thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
On behalf of the Office of the Special Advisor to His Excellency on SDGs, Kogi State, Honorable Isa Nasir Lohiani. Actually, we came together. He dropped me to come to this occasion, and then we got a call. Some visitors came from Abuja, from the SDGs office, so we had to turn back. He would have loved to be here. I'd like, on behalf of him, thank the Action Aid. In fact, we said they want to thank you for the landmark achievements in Kogi State. We can't forget it in a hurry. I know the achievements and the mark will always be there. Thank you, Action Aid and PIPSI, for the good work or the good works you'll be doing in Kogi State. We most especially thank you, and thank you, and thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Without our partner in the state, we wouldn't have been able to record the success today. So we want to specially thank PIPSI team. Can you all come on stage, please? PIPSI team, to receive your award. Kayode, our pilots. We have Rachel, our finance, she's doing all the financial calculations. We have the executive director herself, who has been very superb throughout the implementation of the project. Endurance, where are you? If you work for PIPSI, please come on stage because this award is a group achievement.
We have Shadrach here, we have volunteer Bernard.
Bernard,
and then the board chair.
Board chair, yes, please. Board chair, sir.
So can we have our director OE come make this presentation on behalf of Action Aids?
Oh.
Okay, it's my honor again to appreciate the PIPSI team. I know this wasn't the few numbers we started with, but in appreciation of your commitment, your dedicated support towards SARVE 2 project, let me start from SARVE 1. And this is a fantastic team. I know we've had brushes, but it's all in the process of learning and growth. On behalf of ActionAid Nigeria and the country director, I'd like to say a big thank you for your years of support on this project. Handing it over to the board chair because they are the owners of the organization.
I want to thank ActionAid on behalf of the board members, as well as the staff of PIPSI. We actually appreciate all what we have done all this year in Kogi State. Especially the country director, the interest we have in Kogi State has even surpassed so many things. I want you to come together and appreciate the country director, Mrs. Weber, and Madam Fumi that stay with us. In fact, they show keen interest in at it's marvelous. We cannot even, if we want to say we want to appreciate, then appreciation is even quite. So once again, I want to thank you. Please convey our gratitude country director, and our friend here, Mr. Annie. In fact, he's more or less co-guys.
Yes.
Because I know him right from the time he joined Action. He has been coming here all the time, listening to this place, just to participate to carry out the functions of this state. On behalf of the board, the PIPSI staff, thank you very much.
Thank you. We would also like to hear from the executive director.
Or maybe I'm Miranda.
Yes. Okay, she's emotional.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Your Royal Highness, let me first of all appreciate His Excellency, the Executive Governor of the state, Yaya Adola, for creating a living environment for ActionAid to thrive in Kogi State. As at the time this government came into view, along Osara, Okene, Lokoja, we always witness kidnapping, robbery every now and then. But when he came, he put in structures, and that tend to reduce that trend. So we appreciate him. We also appreciate His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Kogi State. He is our man who actually share part of our body and all he participated in most of our dealings with the community. So once again, we thank him. For the ActionAid actually carried out a lot of functions, a lot of activities, programs that actually help to reduce this menace along that route and in the state generally. The level of unemployment is rising, but they have been able to bring out large number of youth youths and women from unemployment level, out of the unemployment. And we thank you, we thank the action for what they have been able to achieve.
Thank you.
In fact, there to board and the board of PIPSI and PIPSI staff, we want GISA to even end now. We want the top phase. At least if the community that have benefited are showcasing what they have benefited, let other communities that have not benefited to also be considered. So, and I pray that one day, third phase of this will come to our state. I'm not doing nothing. So once again, I want to appreciate you. I want to appreciate the country director. I want to appreciate as well as all the staff. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. All right, we are gradually coming to the end of today's meeting. And we have a couple of youth groups that said they have a special presentation. So we'd like to call on stage the Kogi Youth Advocacy Cluster for a presentation, followed by Shinani World, as well as Narrative Changers. The youth group said they have a presentation for Action Aid and Enterprise. So we are as surprised as you are. Let's make this snappy, please. We don't want to keep people here.
Thank you very much. Mr. Andy, please can you come on stage? Kogi Youth Advocacy Cluster have actually fought and have worked for the establishment of the law, Kogi Youth Development Commission. And in 2018, when we vetted the idea, we thought that it would fly. And by the special grace of God, we met with Mr. Annie and then the former executive director, PIPSI, Gift Omoniwa. And they said this thing will work because it was actually on paper and it wasn't, we don't even know where to go from. So today, we thank God that they established agency for youth in Kogi State. And on that note, we want to officially say thank you to Mr. Anisetus Ataku, an award of excellence presented to Mr. Anisetus Ataku, Action Aid Nigeria, as Youth Humanitarian Ambassador of the Year. Please a round of applause for you. In appreciation of your selfless service and commitment to the advocacy of the establishment of Kogi Youth Development Commission Law. Congratulations on your successful implementation of the GSAF 2 project in Kogi State. Thank you. The award will be presented by.
And smile, smile. Let's see your face. Thank you so much. Quickly, Shinani, acceptance. Okay, please make it snappy.
I don't like
Lunch is getting cold.
I don't like
like I said, I'm just being paid for doing what I like to do. And I say thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have Shinani World, another youth group.
Distinguished guests, gentlemen and ladies, thank you for your time. I submitted a profile during the last African Attainment Award in Abuja. Unfortunately, we were at Peace Camp when the program was held, but I was told that the profile I submitted merited the award and the medal was sent across. So please, permit me to invite to receive his medal at the Anisetus Ataku, the African Attainment Award 2021. Thank you so much, Mr. Anisetus. Please come back. This is all the way from Africa, not just Nigeria. The African Attainment Award. It's a medal of honor. Thank you so much, sir. Please just remain. And I do this, I represent the grant And my brand is into events, entertainment, and changing the narratives of young persons generally about life. And we are presenting this certificate of commendation to you, sir, Mr. Anesetio Sataku, in appreciation of your selfless and enormous contribution to the development of young persons in Kogi State. And please, ma'am, permit me to bring the Executive Director of PIPSIT to come up, please. The Executive Director of PIPSIT, please come up. And I would also have a last one after this. Thank you so much. I'm doing this not just for myself, but on behalf of all of us from Shinani's work. This is presented to in appreciation of her selfless service and role in the development of youths in Kogi State. Congratulations to all of us from PC. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you.
Thank you.
And please, lastly, permit me to invite my camp director, still counting, not tired. Okay, she doesn't want it to come, but please permit me to bring our own very Kumbi Oyebusi up on stage to do this, to accept this. Please, a round of applause. This is the last one. Thank you, man. This is to Action in Nigeria in appreciation of her humanitarian response and role in the developing the capacity of young persons in Kogi State. We are grateful. Thank you so much. We're grateful. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Shinani Wall. Last but not the least, we have the Narrative Changers, another youth group in Kogi State.
Good afternoon, everyone. I know when we talk about the narrative changers, and persons will be like, waiting this person here, waiting these people to talk. And narrative changer is an initiative that focuses on value, reorientation, and the role of youths in nation building. And I'm doing this on behalf of the National Director, Philip Opena, and the State Coordinator, in appreciation of your role on peace building and human capacity development through the SARVE project. And this will be presented to Mr. Anesetio Sataku. Please, let's go ahead.
Don't be tired, let's start. So hard, you're proud of him. Thank you so much. All right, now we have just one more thing on the agenda and we are done for the day. But just to reflect, today's meeting is about reflecting on what we have done together as a collective group the last couple of years, 33 months to be specific. Now, based on the recommendations that Annie made during this presentation on the next steps from going forward from this project, how are we all here going to commit to ensure that those recommendations are achieved? As stakeholders here present today, as community leaders, as MDAs, agencies, community members, we have a role to play to ensuring that the success we've laid today, the bridge we've laid, does not collapse. Like we saw from Osara, they brought bread today. If you come back to Kogi State in the next 5 years, 10 years, we will see you, we will see the communities, we will see the equipment in place. These and more are what we want to think about as we go on today from today's meeting. On this note, I would like to call on stage Action Aid, Program Officer in Kogi State, to give us a vote of thanks from today's meeting. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to appreciate you all for being patient here till this time. It's indeed a great time. I want to appreciate Action in Nigeria for giving me an opportunity the platform to carry out its program in Kogi State and especially to their partners, local partners. We've seen the government of Kogi State and all the friends I've made in Kogi State. I was talking to someone today and I said, this is the second project in my career that I'm starting and I'm closing without leaving. And for me, it's a great day and an opportunity to be. It has been an exciting journey when you see people's lives being transformed, being changed. At times I say, I wish this is happening in my state because originally I'm not from Kogi State, but by marriage I'm from Kogi State, so it's still my state. But I want to thank God Almighty for the opportunity to be to impact people's life and also to be here and life successful. And for all of us that have made our time to be here, and may God grant us all our desires and our endeavors in life. Remember, we are still friends. We'll meet up again. Thank you very much.
One question. If 30 million naira can equip 750 youths, how much does Kogi need to equip 1.8 million youths? Who can do the math? I have a free thing. If 30 million naira equips 750 youths, how much does Kogi need to equip 1.8 million youths? These are some of the conversations we should be having as we're drafting our budget. And no, definitely not. All right. Thank you all so much for being here today. On this note, maybe all rise for the national anthem. National anthem. Lunch has been shared as well. If you were invited from the community, please wait for your transportation back. Jokes that in. Over to you, please. It's a good place to stop. Peace and unity. We wish you safe trip back home. Thank you so much. We'll be taking group photographs. Communities who receive awards. Can your representative come forward with your plaque for a group photo? All the 12 communities, bring your plaque to the front. Pose together for a group photograph. All the 12 communities. 12 communities. Come forward here, start here. Bring out your plaque. Be ready for a group photograph. Come forward, please. 12 communities that received the award. Communities representatives that are holding the plaque. Holding the plaque. Come on. We are waiting for more communities. Please, we are supposed to be 12 communities. Yes, move it and put it on the carton. One more community. We are waiting for you. Can people come on stage? Those that are short, like me, please come on stage here, you can show. Please, Energia, if you can make it forward. You want to take a good photo with the communities? One more community is joining us, please, fast. Climb up.
Love is not enough, baby. Come to me, Lord. Love me over, love me. No messing me, Lord. And I see too pretty. Come on, Lord, it. Secrets are naughty. In a Lazara. Fine, but like it easy. Walk your song, but you sweet melody. Young man, you know, but don't you know that I am? Lucky you, but look what you gon' find out. I just want to be like, yeah. I just want to be like, yeah. I just want to be like, yeah. I just want to be like, for this party, let's get it party. Can't go money, can't go down. We don't glory, words and story. Words in a book, the sky is falling. Wake up and don't start. I could just be like, oh, I'm in my order. I can get away from this. I love you when you need it. No, I love it, I love it. I love you. Lucky you. Me, I just want to be like, me, I just want to be like, me, I just want to be like. The last time that I checked, before I digress, I know you told me that I put you on interest. I know the last time that I checked, it's nothing ain't changing, except that I got a big like another big friend. Nobody knows this my nigga. She's so cold like nigga, ain't nobody come try to find me. I'm a cool dude like the streets of the guitar. She's my nigga. She's so cold like nigga, ain't nobody come try to find me. I'm a cool dude like the streets of the guitar. So cold outside my nigga. I don't want to go trigger. I just want it, cause I don't want to know. It's so cold outside, my brother. Yeah, I'm really brother. I just want it, cause I don't want to walk around. It's so cold outside. You know, there's nothing to worry. I know there's nothing to worry. They don't know the policy. They don't say yeah, I know they like nothing to bother me. I know they like nothing to bother me. They don't know the policy. They don't play. Nobody can relax. It's my nigga. It's so my nigga. And nobody comes like me every time. I'm a photo like the streets of my nigga. It's my nigga. It's so cool, my nigga. And nobody comes like me every time. I'm a photo like the streets of my nigga. Smoking, cause I don't think I don't want to know. Yeah, I'm the hate of the brother. I just want to, cause I don't want to walk my life. It's so cold outside. I know they like nothing to worry. I know they like nothing to bother me. You know, say she don't know they bother nobody. Me, I know they like nothing to bother me. I know they like nothing to bother me. They don't know what I'm gonna do. You can't make me so cold outside. I'ma get all the soul. Can you walk out to my soul? I'ma get all the soul. Make you want more. Better, better. I'm doing even better than the I'm in Josie. Oh, gonna go on Josie. I'm not playing with you, I'm not joking. My God, I promise you, you think I don't, I'm on board. I'm on duty, but I'm on duty. They want do, they want do, they want do, they want do. When you want me, when you want me, I'm in San Francisco, John. When you want me, when you want me, I just feel I am. You like my tattoo? Say me I never see a girl like you. Do you like my tattoo? Tell me I want to be ready. She's my woman, inside woman, sweet like sugar. In my woman, come to me, everything like sugar. When you want me, when you want me, I'm in San Francisco, John. When you want me, when you want me, I just feel it. If you don't know me, the bad boy, you can find me. I mean, Fedora like Jamie, and you'll teach your money. Oh, I mean, but I'm not trying to from money. Then more about you, I don't show me. And there's big shots, my daddy. I mean, I just got to London, and then I dropped in my song. Sleep on what you done. My first project to come. Would you para? Would you para? My body, when you want me, when you want me, I'm in San Francisco, John. When you want me, when you want me, I just feel I am. Give me my necklace, baby. Give me my last card, baby. I showed you my best friend, baby. I thought you knew this, girl. Give me my necklace, baby. Show you my best friend, baby. I give you my last card, baby. Everything I do, that's the way you do I can't fight to leave you from me. But you have to fix the problem. Turn that fire is in the to make it easy. Turn that fire is in I'm gonna take it easy, girl. Give me my necklace, girl. Give me my last card, girl. I showed you my best friend, girl. I thought you introduced, girl. Give me my necklace, girl. Show you my best friend, girl. I give you my last card, girl. Everything I do, that's the way
Ever they go now.
They are not getting mad now.
You know, you make it.
What is it?
You make it mad. What do you do? I'm a big fan of it.
Asking me for pictures.
Bros, just drop your WhatsApp or your email.
Drop your WhatsApp number. Contact me on Please, can you check?
Our budget don't reach million, 2.5 billion naira. Okay, wonder. It's supposed to be 2.5 million. I don't need 2.5 billion. What's 2.5 billion